Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. Episode number, however you want to do the word thing, number 146. As you can tell, I have not done this in probably like a month, so bear with me as the words come forward or backwards. This show is created as a safe space where cancer patients, survivors, and supporters from all around the world show up right here to share their stories and connect, as well as find resources for healing, hope, and resilience. This is a special show as we have people joining us, guests. They're called guests. People that come on shows are called guests. And we'll be talking about the upcoming Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer in-person event, which is October 3rd to 5th in Garrison, New York. But before I bring our guests on, I would love to know where you're tuning in from around the world. I am tuning in from Dingman's Ferry, Pennsylvania. You might be able to hear the crickets. There's crickets, and I'm on my porch, so welcome crickets to the show. And also, let us know, are you team tea, team coffee, or team water in the chat? Because that's important to know as well. And so Leanna is here. She says, hi, Tim. Good evening, everybody. And whether you're here live or on the replay, let us know where you're tuning in from. Russ Hedge is woohooing from the green room. He's going to be joining us shortly. Shannon is impressed because I'm all unscripted and my words are just falling in the wrong directions, diagonal, upside down, whatever. And Russ is here from Salem, Oregon. But I think what I'm going to do is, first, I just want to share a little bit about the event. This event is the 4th annual Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer event. And it is the first one that's taking place since Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer has become a non-profit organization, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And this event is for any cancer patients, survivors, supporters who need some hope, who are feeling alone, who need to feel understood, who are lost, feel isolated. This is a community. It's a family here at the show, but also at the event. There's nothing like an in-person event. And also Lihia is here. She says, good evening. Welcome, Lihia. It's so good to have you here. And I hope you can join us for the in-person event. And Mary is here. She's in Ontario, so we're international. And before I keep blah, blah, blahing, I'm going to bring on Mr. Russ Hedge. Hello, Russ Hedge.
Hey, the one and the only. How are you?
I am doing great. It is really good to be here at the show tonight with you and so many other incredible people. How are you, my brother?
Doing good, my brother. Doing good, good. So very thankful to be with you tonight.
I'm thankful you're here. So Russ, tell everybody, what is your connection to cancer or connections to cancer?
Well, yeah, connections, because the first time we spoke, I was on your show speaking about my dad who passed away from lung cancer. And so, I had connections before, but that would have been the closest thing. And that was a, huge deal. My hero, my mentor, my dad was just by my side. I had the best parents growing up. It was just pretty amazing. So, and then Mama had Alzheimer's, and the month she passed away, she actually passed away on my dad's birthday, July 18th. Now 3 years ago, I found that I had a wart on the bottom of my foot, we thought, which became melanoma, which ultimately turns to stage 4 cancer, metastasized throughout my body. And so the good news is, because you know me, I've always got the good news for you. The good news is that doing much better. There's still some cancer in my lungs and groin, but much smaller, and believing God to take care of all of that, trusting that's going to go all the way, but still dealing with that. But I am doing much better these days, dealing with a few side effects and some issues there. But all in all, God is good, and I'm happy to be with you, Tim.
That's awesome. Well, I'm happy to be with you, Russ. And I'm so grateful for our friendship. We originally met through the Tim and Jim show. I don't know how many, more than 5 years ago, probably like
Long time ago. A long time
8
ago.
years
Yeah.
ago. I don't know what it was now.
I
Uh,
found it on my YouTube page. It was actually on my YouTube page, and I found it. It's been a long time ago, and yeah, I didn't know about this Tim guy when I first came on because I knew Jim, not you, when I came on the show.
yeah, yeah. So Russ, tell everybody about you've had multiple connections to the Showing Up in Person event. You've been involved in different ways, from producer to speaker to name it. Tell me about your experience with the Showing Up in Person event. What's it been like for you attending several of them now?
Well, first of all, I want to say hi to Ever because I see that I am busy in the comments, and Ever has shown up. Thank you, Ever. Um, but yeah, I this will be my third year. I went to Scranton, Pennsylvania, to New York last year, and then now to Garrison this year. And been a blessing. First year I was there as an active participant, and last year I spoke, and then this year I'm going to speak a little bit. I'm going to encourage everybody in the morning. You're all going to learn about smile ups and laugh ups, and we're going to have just a great start to the day.
Ooh, smile
So,
up.
yes, yes, it's going to be good. So forget the push ups and sit ups. We got other things going on. So, um, but no, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm also going to produce this show at the conference. So excited for that and to help you out. So yeah, it's going to be a quick one this year because I'll get in Friday night later and be there through Sunday night. So, but I'm really super excited. And I just want to encourage everybody, if you've never been, what an amazing group. Just bring people together that support each other, love each other, help each other. And I've been so blessed by you, Tim, but also by everybody showing up at the conference. I've met so many amazing friends.
Yeah, likewise. It's hard to explain what the event is like for me. So many people come to the event that they've connected during the year during the show, or even some people come who have never watched the show before, but they make connections with people, such heartfelt people. And I think when you leave the event, I know when you leave the event, you leave with a whole other family, where you feel not alone, where you feel more understood than maybe you normally would. Have you had that experience, Russ?
Yeah, definitely. Well, and I think it starts at the top. It starts with you, Tim, because you have such a big heart and you are just such a loving guy. And first time we got to give each other a big squeeze and a big hug back in Scranton. It's so great to actually be able to meet you in 3D, as my good friend and co-host D. Scott Smith would say. But no, it is amazing. It is. And people might ask, why should I be involved with Perspectives on Cancer? Why should I go to a conference? What do they do for me? Well, let me tell you, community support is the number one thing that you need after the doctors, obviously, and working on your cancer. But that's the number one thing you need when you're dealing with cancer or loved ones that are going through cancer, because it is a difficult road, and you need everybody in your corner that you can get. And so I think that is why people should go on to perspectives with cancer.com and give, because this conference needs the support, the people that Tim supports, to be able to come to the conference and be able to reach out and help them and families. So important. Number two, you should just show up and be part of it and find out what an amazing group it is.
Yes, thank you, Russ. And I want to show some of these comments. Ashik is here. Ashik came to the first Showing Up event, and he wrote a song about the event. He didn't tell me he was going to do it, but he just started playing the song during the event that he wrote about the Showing Up event. And the first year it was delayed because of COVID, and it was all part of the song. It was great. Ashik says, I go bananas for Perspectives on Cancer. Thank you, Ashik. Erin says, much appreciation to Russ Hedge on the way he has warriored these past 4 years. And Yolanda
Thank you,
is
Aaron.
here. Yes. And Arian Gibson says, well, look at these two luminous cats on the screen. Big burly hugs. And I want to remind everybody that you could go to perspectivesoncancer.com. In a while, I'll go over the lineup for the event, the agenda and everything, but the whole agenda is there. And you can sign up. You can sign up today by going to perspectivesoncancer.com. Russ, I know you have limited time. Do you want to hang out on screen? Do you need to go?
I can hang out for a little bit. So I can be here for probably another 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring everybody else on the screen and we'll continue the conversation. We'll go one person at a time, and then we can have a little conversation. But here we go. Let's do a drum roll. You ready, Russ? Drum roll. Zoraida Morales. Hello.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
Good to be here.
Good to see you. And Mr. Stefan Kaplan is here. Drum roll. Oh, I'm a little late on the drum roll. Yes. And last but not least, the one and only Shannon Leeson.
Hey, everyone.
We'll do the goat. How's that?
I forgot my goats.
Yes. I've wanted to get the company that makes that goat to donate goats to put in all the swag bags. And if anybody has a connection to the people that make the screaming goats, that would be incredible. But let's see. Next up, let's talk to. Oh, also, before I continue, and Shannon is right, this is completely unscripted tonight. So if I'm all over the place, it's because I'm all over the place. During this hour or less, we are going to give away 2 tickets to the in-person event. It's going to cover the cost of the event. You would still have to pay for the accommodations, but the cost of the event would be complimentary to you. So in order to do that, in the chat of whatever platform you're on, type #showing-up and you'll be entered to win a complimentary ticket to the 2025 Showing Up in-person Perspectives on Cancer event. And I know I have a thing for that. A thing. Look, Stefan, who's also a producer, and Russ, except I'm hiding Stefan now. Here, we'll do this. I'm producing live and explaining at the same time. Okay, next, let's go to Mr. Stefan Kaplan, since I'm talking about him. So, Stefan, tell everybody who you are. If, for the one person who doesn't know who you are, and what is your connection to cancer? Let's start there.
Well, thank God, there has been no incidents in my family or a history of my family, but unfortunately, I've lost numerous friends over the past several years. I think what you're doing, and since day one, when you've told me about this idea of Perspectives on Cancer, bringing people together to have a safe space and a natural place to discuss their dealings with cancer, their families' dealings with it, etc. You've built an amazing community, and I'm always in awe of anybody who can build community like Russ, who's so consistent with everything he does. Although I don't get a chance to be on a lot of his shows, I do catch them here and there and listen in, but he's the consummate professional that everybody knows that he is. I can tell.
Hey, Stefan, I want to say thank you, and we got to get you on my show again soon.
Absolutely. But what you've done with the community is fantastic. I mean, we do have a very good friend in common, Tim McDonald, who's a story in the making for, a documentary one day about cancer warriors and everything else, because as we know, Tim McDonald beat um, colon cancer, and he also had to have a liver transplant in order to survive the colon cancer, because without a liver, he wasn't going to be able to go forth with everything else that they need to do, if that's what I remember correctly. But the point is that, you know, he's amazing what he does with the organization. What is that organization, Tim?
Share my
that-
Oh, Man Up to Cancer.
Man Up to Cancer. That's the one that I'm thinking of. I'm sure there's a few others he's also involved with, but Tim is another guy who's just, you know, he doesn't forget what he went through. And I mean, how could you? But more importantly, he doesn't. And he, you know, tries to help so many people with educating people about getting screened, just like Shannon does and everybody else in the community that you've built. Because honestly, people take it for granted, you know, and then with all the detection things out there, you know, people need to get screened, you know. So I checked this year. They said, no, you're not due for a couple of more years. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to force myself on you, you know, but they said, you know, you don't need to do it yet. So anyway, you know, so being a social media and visual specialist that I am, and a live stream producer myself, even though I haven't been doing much this summer, you know, you do an amazing amount of work, Tim, and I hope you continue to have these events to support people in person, because, you know, no matter what we say about being online, there's nothing like meeting everybody in person, and as you say, showing up. So
showing up. And Ashik says Tim spreads the love. So there's that. But Stefan, you were at the first showing up in person event. What was that experience like for you?
Well, I you know, what you did that first year was really, really amazing by bringing, I think you had like 12 people there, 15 people, at least.
Like the first year, yeah.
Around that. And, you know, just bringing everybody together and coordinating it all and supporting everybody, the discussions that took place. Then from that came the idea from one of your guests, I remember, if I remember correctly, to put out a book. And you did that as well a couple of times. But, you know, like I said, community is important, because when people are going through all of this, listen, when my friend Amelia was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and then was in remission for a number of years, and then ended up with liver cancer 3 years later, after being in remission from the pancreatic, which they got rid of, you know, I stayed with him for a week before he passed away. And it was my first experience being with someone for a whole 5 to 7 days who was dealing with terminal cancer. And, you know, it really made me think about so many things about community. So what you've done is remarkable, and I'm always here to support you any way I can, you know.
Thank you, Stefan. And for those of you who don't know, we call each other our brother from another mother. We call each other that. So
we do. We call each other BFAMs. That would be a little long. We said that every time.
Brother from another mother, brother from another mother. And Cara Honorado is in the comments. She's come to several of the events. She has many connections to cancer, including that her daughter passed from leukemia several years ago. So glad that you're here, Cara. If you want to join us live on the screen, just send me a direct message and I'll send you the link. But thank you, Stefan. Thank you for being here. Do you want to hang out? Do you have to run?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a bit and chime in here and there, and of course.
That sounds good. I mean, you could chime in, you could goat in, you could do what you want.
I forgot my goats. I forgot my goats for the show, but I got a haircut yesterday and shaved just for you.
Wow, you got a haircut. Shannon's got the hair going on. Oh, also, have I shown you guys this goat? This is another goat. It sounds like it's dead though. Here. I gotta make it a little bigger.
He sounds like he has bronchitis.
It sounds like he's barking, dude. And I can't compete with Shannon's hair. She looks too great. I mean, Shannon needs to do a walk down a red carpet somewhere.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, everybody, we're here at Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. This is a preview of the upcoming Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer in-person event. And now I want to bring Shannon Lee Sin on the red carpet here. Actually, the venue that we're going to be at this year, somewhere in the building, there is a red carpet. So I need to find it and strategically place it during the event. So get ready. Make sure you're dressed appropriately for the red carpet event. Some people call it a black tie event. We'll call it a red carpet event. I mean, it's kind of appropriate with the red branding and everything. I don't know. Anyway, hello, Shannon Lee Sin.
Hello, Tim Zone.
Thank you for being here. And would you please let everybody know what your connection is to cancer?
Wow, so many connections with cancer and because of cancer. My personal connection, during the event, once again, we get to celebrate my cancerversary. So shots. Sorry. It will be 14 years, October 4th/5th, that I will be a stage 3C colon cancer survivor. I was diagnosed at the age of 29. My cancer did not show on a scan, so I push and I urge everyone to do a colonoscopy because mine almost killed me and did not show on any tests. It was found during surgery. I lost my grandfather to pancreatic cancer. We were diagnosed a month apart. He was gone 6 weeks later. His siblings have had cancer from stomach to lung to breast. My aunts, one had lung cancer, another one has multiple myeloma. I have a cousin currently battling stage 4 ALK positive lung cancer. And I'll kind of keep the list kind of short. But lots of friends. Lost my best friend, Yuli, to colon cancer in December. He was 45, diagnosed at 37. Lost Lee, who everybody knows was a huge impact on me and the reason why I have Blue Couch Chat, my live stream channel. It's the number 1 cancer killer of men under the age of 50 in the US, number 2 for women under the age of 50. So if you're 45 or older, have a family history or any symptoms at any age, please get a colonoscopy. And then that brings me to, there is no excuse to not show up for this Showing Up event, because last year I did prep on a plane so that I could be at Tim's event and show up for him and for everyone else. So there is no excuse. If I can do prep on a plane and not miss my colonoscopy that I do every year, then everybody else should be there too. And honestly, it was really worth it. And seeing everyone, as you can tell, we have a lot of fun. This energy that you're seeing on the screen, it's not even 1% of what you get in person. And it's just so much love, so much support, and we're really family. And Steph and I have to tell you that Tim's my bro fam. So you're now my bro fam's bro fam. So you're my other brother. You're my other bro fam. So you're 2 A's in the fam. I don't know how we're going to work that out, but we got to work that out somehow. We'll talk about it. But
let me just jump in for 1 minute. Russ, I see that you have to go, so I wanted to thank you. Can you just let everybody know how they can connect with you before you run? Maybe you're going to a red carpet event. I don't know.
There you go. I'm looking for another red carpet for you, Tim. Yes. You can connect with me at russhedge.com. I keep it simple. I'm simple-minded. Just russhedge.com is the place to go. All the information about me, how to connect with me. Love to connect with everybody. And Tim, you're amazing.
You're amazing.
Stefan, Zoraida, Shannon, love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. And we'll see you all soon.
Thank you, Russ.
Love you. It was great seeing you.
Take care, man.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, bye.
All right. And we're going back to Shannon. And Shannon, tell me more about your experience at these events. You've been to a few of them. what would you say people can expect from a showing up event? What would you say is like the vibe of a showing up event?
I would have to say that honestly, the surprise of what I experienced when I got there is not something that I would want to ruin for anyone else. So I'm going to keep the suspense going, but all I can say is that it is not like any other conference. It is not a conference. It is an event. It is a gathering. It is, oh my gosh, it's like a family reunion. It's a barbecue. It's everything all in one party. It's party with games. It's a little bit of everything. There's lots of like you're gonna experience every emotion from grief to happiness and joy and absolute laughter where your belly hurts is all I can say. And I think the thing that stands out to me is the fact that it stands out and it's not like anything else what Tim has created. And the friendships and the bonds that I have made the past 3 years has been absolutely amazing. And the love and the camaraderie is palpable. And there is no, I'm a survivor, I'm just a caregiver, I'm just a friend. No, we've all been impacted and we're all on the same plane and we all experience the same emotions. And that's what makes it so special is that we've all been impacted and it doesn't matter how, but we all have. And I think that's the common thread of everything. And yeah, it's just really special. I mean, there's no words to really describe how special it is. And I go out of my way, like I said, to be there because I look forward to it. And I can't think of any better way to celebrate my cancerversary every year. So thank you, Tim, for that.
Thank you for sharing all of that. And I think Shannon mentioned that she may be helping with some evening festivities at the event. This event's going to be a little different because it's going to be at a retreat center in the mountains. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be in October in the fall. So the leaves, the foliage should be amazing. But there aren't exactly going to be the close restaurants and bars or nightclubs. I mean, Stefan would probably want to go to a nightclub, I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I had to say that, Stefan. But yeah, so we'll plan some fun evening activities, good bonding, fun laughs. I'm sure all of the above and more, right, Shannon?
Indeed. And hopefully we might not be able to have a campfire, but maybe we'll be able to bring that campfire spirit and some s'mores, even if we have to figure out a special way to make them. But yeah, I think it'll be really cool and great.
I mean, we might be able to do that. There's like acres and acres of property where we're going to be, so I'll have to talk to them. Also, Ashik says the event normalizes the unthinkable by creating a community of connection. So thank you for that, Ashik. Okay, now thank you, Shannon. Thank you. Are you going to hang out?
Yes.
Yay. I mean, you got your hair done. You might as well, right?
I'm showing up and showing out.
Hello, Zorita Morales.
Oh, excuse me. Hi, how are you?
I am doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. So good to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited that you're here. For those of you who don't know, me and Zorita have the same kind of cancer, or had the same kind of cancer, whatever the verbs are, and the grammar stuff. And she also grew up in the same area of New York City as me, which is kind of crazy. And Zorita's going to be speaking at the event this year. She's come to the event for several years. But Zorita, before I just talk the whole time, why don't I hand it over to you? And why don't you start with telling people who Zorita Morales is and what her connection to cancer is?
So I am Zorita Morales, and I am a chronic myeloid leukemia thriver. And so I took chemo for 13 years. And during that time, I had to ask myself, how do you want to live? What are you hungry for? What do you need that you don't have, and how do you get it? And it took me 2 years to come up with an answer, believe it or not. And my answer was, I want peace, love, and joy all day and every day. And then I had to define what that meant, right? So the peace is here. Peace is, I don't need to depend on anyone or anything. It's here in my heart. And unfortunately, once you get a diagnosis like that, it's hard to find that peace. Because for me, who came from finance and lived in New York City, born and raised, my mind and ego, I was a mind and ego person. So my mind and ego were going, get up, you can do this. You know, you're being lazy, get up. It's the way I was brought up, is the way I was spoken to. So now here I am with cancer, and I'm speaking to myself in the same way. And when the thing is that when you have cancer or any diagnosis, you are being with your traumas, big and small, with your limiting beliefs, and they're not going to serve you. And so I had to think about, how do I want to live? So I had to work through generational trauma, generational poverty. I had to remove people from my life. And that allowed me to be the person that I eventually am now. And now, you know, I'm a cancer coach. I'm a nutrition coach. Now I live by the ocean front, you know? And so
Yes, you do.
I know for me, you know, I've been to the Showing Up event for 3 years now. And the first time I went, I didn't know anyone. Not really, right? We had somewhat of a relationship on LinkedIn, and my heart just felt pulled to be there, because I said, these are my people. And I don't know if you remember this, but I had 2 torn meniscus at the time.
I remember.
Which I still have, by the way, because they haven't totally healed. And I went anyway. And, you know, my transportation plans fell through, but I went and I took a bus there from New York. And the moment I walked in, I knew I wasn't alone. I knew it. I felt that. And this is what people are going to feel. You see, you're not alone. You've got caregivers, advocates, survivors, thrivers. We're all in different stages of our lives, and everyone is welcomed. So the people are going to learn a lot about this with the speakers, because every speaker has a different perspective. Every speaker has a different road that they traveled. And so, you know, I'm 17 years out. I'm a thriver now, but I wasn't always a thriver, right? I was in survivor mode for a long time because I wanted my old life back. I wanted to go back to finance. I wanted to live in the house that I was living. I wanted that title back, but I didn't have the stamina and I didn't have the energy. And truthfully, I didn't have the heart anymore.
Yeah.
And so I say to people, think about how you want to live. Because I saw myself in a box. And I said, when that happens, because we're all going to be in an urn or a box, right?
Right.
How do you want to go out? And I said, no, I'm going to live in my peace, love, and joy. Peace is here. Love is relationships, business, personal, romance. And joy, for me, it's riding a bike, being with my friends, laughing, going to a live concert. That's how I want to live. So every once in a while, you know, I'm going to have a dirty martini, very dirty. That brings me joy, right?
Yes.
And so I live my life now where I get to serve others. I get to walk alongside people who are just getting that diagnosis, people who've had the diagnosis for a long time. How lucky am I?
Yeah.
I've always been a caregiver in my heart. Now is the perfect time for me to do this because now I understand devotion to self. Now I can give, but I've already given to myself. I'm not giving from an empty cup anymore. And hell, I'm not even giving from a full cup. I am giving from an overflowing cup. And this is what I teach my clients, right? In the morning, I pour onto Zoraida. It's all about me, me, me. I'm not looking at an email, not looking at your text. I am having my apple cider vinegar with lemon water. I am meditating. I'm doing breath work. I'm journaling. I'm having a cup of cinnamon turmeric tea. It's me, 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 me. Come 11:30, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I can give now. Hell, it's 9 o'clock in the evening, and I'm still giving. I'm not resentful. You know why? Because I did my yoga. I did my Pilates. I took my walk. I ate well today. And this is what I teach people, that with or without the chemo, you can still live in joy. And just wanting to live in that joy woke me up. And I have 2 young men that I'm bringing up in their 20s. And by example, they're understanding what devotion to self looks like and feels like. So now that they're in the world, they're these compassionate, empathetic, loving young men. And they can do that with other people. I've done my job. So for me, cancer, and I know this is hard to say because I know if I would have heard this the first 10 years, I would have wanted to smack someone. But for me, cancer was a gift because it made me face my traumas, generational traumas, hell, even past life traumas. And I've been facing them with wonderful spiritual teachers, epigenetic therapists, hypnotherapists. I mean, I've gone through the ringer. I have cured my family of generational shit for 8 generations already. I'm gonna stop now because now it's all about the present. Now it's just about me taking care of the people who are coming to me and going, I need you. I need you to show me how you do what you do, because I took chemo for 13 years and I went kicking and screaming. But once I asked myself that question, it's a powerful question. How do you want to live? I like people to sit with that because we all take it for granted that we're going to live till 90. Hell, we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. So while we're here, let's make the best of it and let's take care of one another. This is what the world needs right now. And I'm all in. It's the best job I've ever had. And I'm 62. So this is my second career. You know, I don't have a lot, I may not have a lot more time, but it's the best thing I'm doing right now. I'm loving it. I'm so happy to be
you're
with
going to
you.
be,
and thank you.
And you're going to speak about hope at the event, right, Zoraida?
I'm going to speak about hope. So yeah, you're going to hear me speak a lot.
Shannon, well, first of all, Zoraida, tell everybody, how can they connect with you?
I have a website, zoraidamorales.com. I live on LinkedIn. I write about faith versus fear. I write about body image with cancer. I mean, hell, I write about everything that has to do with cancer because everything has to do with cancer. So that's where I mainly live. So if anyone wants to spend some time with me, go right ahead. And it's one of my favorite places. I've met wonderful people like you all, people who are my brothers and sisters.
Yes.
And that's because you've curated that space. You did that, Tim. That's how special you are. You did that. Not everyone could do that.
Thank
you for showing up.
Thank you for saying that. And then, of course, I have to deflect and thank all of you for actually showing up, because if nobody showed up, I don't know what the showing up show would be. I'm not really sure how that would work. And speaking of showing up, I think we should do some giveaways. What do you guys think?
Do some giveaways. Do some
I love
Do
giveaways.
some giveaways. We're gonna
love
use
it.
this. We're gonna use this fancy StreamYard tool.
Oh no, the wheel.
The wheel of StreamYard. Yes.
They still have
Oh.
that. Wow. Okay.
They still have it. And I need a drum roll, or I need like some sounds, or and here we go. Let's see. I wonder if I'm gonna win. Let's see. Hopefully not. Oh, showing up perspectives on cancer won. Yes. Woo! Okay, let's try that.
You get a ticket. You get a ticket.
I
Y'all
get
get a ticket.
Oh my gosh. Mark actually lives in New Zealand. I wonder if he's gonna win. Oh, I
I
win
would love
now.
to meet
Okay,
Mark.
let's try this again.
Because
It's rigged.
It's rigged. It's rigged.
Yeah.
No, actually, let's not say that, please.
Well, yeah.
Forget I said that.
Just.
I would love to
kidding.
see Mark.
Oh
there.
my God,
I've
Mark,
met
are
him.
you actually
I
gonna
met
come
him
to
virtually.
New Zealand?
Mark.
Mark. Okay, that's one winner. Congratulations, Mark. So, Mark, do you guys know who Mark Kageyama is?
Oh yeah.
Mark Kageyama showed up for this show like for I don't know how many years in the comments, and he was the keynote speaker several years ago when we were in Scranton at the in-person event. And I found out about Mark Kageyama from Mark Engstar, who lives in New Zealand. That's how I found out about him.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought you were. I was like, that's not Mark. The other Mark. That's. And I was like, what is he talking about?
right. Okay, so should we do one more?
Yes.
Go for it.
Let's see. Let's see. Who do you think's gonna win? If it's not me,
There's only two people. So it's got to be Aaron.
Yeah,
Well,
Shannon
Aaron
and I are
Gibson.
not poor.
Aaron Gibson. You win a ticket to the showing up in person event, Aaron. Congratulations, Aaron and Mark. I will be in touch with you with details. And Bill Bradford is showing up in the comments saying good evening. So thank you for that, Bill Bradford. And what else? How about let's go around one more time, if just like a final parting thought. It could be something about the event. It could be just some sort of message of hope. It could be you could like do a dance or I don't know, just anything.
Well,
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I just wanted to applaud you for, like I said, what you've done, because I was at the first one, and now that this will be the fourth.
Fourth.
I didn't get to the second or the third, unfortunately. I may be here at the fourth, but I was in awe of what you did the first time, and that was a great event. So I can only imagine the past two have been even better. And now you're going to have this at a retreat, which I think is actually more peaceful and better than being in the city.
Yeah.
I think the city, probably lends itself to certain things that are favorable that way. There's a lot of activities and things like that to do outside, but it's really not about that. It's about being together, right? So if you can be together in a quieter, nicer, more peaceful environment, then I think you've done a great job in finding a place like this to have it at. And I think everybody's going to be very impressed and surprised,
Thank you, Stefan. And maybe I'll bring a Frisbee too. Maybe we'll play some Frisbee.
You get lots of swag and gifts at Tim's events.
Who knows? Who knows what will happen? Okay, who wants to go next? Zorita, do you want to go next?
Yeah. And this is what's coming to mind. So I think somebody needs to hear this. Don't wait for life to be not hard anymore before you decide to be happy. And who said that? Nightbird. And it just is stuck with me. Yeah.
Her videos keep showing up lately on my social media feeds. I don't know why, but lately they've been resurfacing.
Those are messages. Those are messages,
Yeah.
believe it or not. Those are messages for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shannon, thank you, Zarita.
You're welcome.
Geez, so much to say. I just want to emphasize that what Tim has created is really beautiful and special, and it's way more than a community. It is better than family. It is stronger than bonds. I mean, everyone that I have met at the in-person event and even through Tim's show, the amount of love that I have felt, the amount of support, it's my favorite thing. I look forward to it every year. And like I said, I mean, no matter how important my colonoscopy is, and everyone who knows me knows how important my colonoscopy is.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Well, I think she froze up.
Yeah, somebody take a screenshot.
I'm not frozen on my screen. Am I frozen?
Oh, you were frozen briefly.
Oh,
I
sorry.
actually have a mug that says "Screenshots last forever."
Great. Thanks, AT&T. Oh, sorry. No, I really look forward to the gathering and the camaraderie and the laughs and the tears and everything in between. And there's just so much wisdom shared from everyone who speaks, everyone in the room, and our journeys, whether we're patients, caregivers, survivors, friends, supporters, allies, medical professionals, everyone. And, they give so much. And I just want to thank Tim for being more than a community builder, but a family maker. You guys are my family, and I don't say that lightly. I mean it. And I love how we all show up for each other, and we show up for Tim, and we also learn to show up for ourselves. I believe. I think that's the most important takeaway, is that in showing up for this event, we learn that we're showing up for ourselves, and we learn how to better show up for ourselves and for each other. And so please come. I've loved to see that we've had people who haven't been connected to the Showing Up show come to the event and enjoy themselves and feel the same way that I have for the past 3 years. It's just really great, and it's really one of a kind. And I've been to a lot of conferences, a lot of retreats, a lot of events, but Showing Up is my favorite. And it's not just because I love Tim that I'm saying that. It really is my favorite, and it means a lot to me. And I will be there every year as long as I can. So, yeah, please come. We'd love to have you and welcome you to the family.
And I was muted. And Ashik says, Shannon, your love will never freeze. Ashik always has just the right word for just the right moment. Yes.
He's a songwriter. He's a songwriter.
He is many things, including a songwriter. Yes.
I may freeze, but my love never will, and my heart never will. That's very true.
Yes. So thank you so much, Shannon and Zoraida and Stefan and Russ, who was here. Thank you, everybody, for showing up for this episode of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. And now, are you guys ready to dance? Here, I'll pick some music and then we can dance together. Let's see. Ready? You ready? You guys gonna dance?
Gotta do the Tim dance.
Come on, Zarita. Let's dance.
Okay, I got my finger up.
See you guys. You want to come to the in-person event so we can do things?
I have an idea, Tim. You need to get everybody finger puppets for the future.
Finger puppets. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. Come to the in-person event. It's going to be so much fun. Have a wonderful week. And next week, James Kiesewetter, who's the keynote speaker of the event, is going to join me for the show. So make sure to show up next Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Time for that episode of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. Why aren't you guys stopping to dance? Come on, let's go. Dance. Doretta's like, all right, I'm good, okay. All right, bye everybody. Have a great week. Here we go. Bye.